Angelina Jolie didn't exactly have the best relationship with her mother and father-in-law while married to Brad Pitt. The reason behind that is a classic case of in-law tension, and she's not the only big star who's experienced major in-law drama. Meghan Markle has had perhaps the most public feud with her in-laws in the past few years. Not too many people can say they got Oprah Winfrey involved with their family drama, after all. As a 2021 article for The Independent put it, all the royal family had to do was stand up for Meghan. They may now regret not doing so. Nobody was toppling tables during tea time, but Markle did tell Winfrey that her sister-in-law Kate Middleton made her cry ahead of her wedding. And as reported by Harper's Bazaar, Kensington Palace ignored Markle's request to correct the record when it was reported that she was the one who made Middleton cry.
Behind the scenes, obviously, there was a lot of drama going on.
It's worth noting that the palace has stood up for Markle on occasion. For example, when she was blamed for Harry's absence at the 2018 Boxing Day pheasant shoot, a royal source reportedly claimed this is completely untrue. But as Vanity Fair noted, this defense was nothing more than, quote, limp official responses. No wonder Meghan and Harry ultimately began a new life in California, separate from the royal family. The late Kobe Bryant and his wife Vanessa had their fair share of struggles with their parents. Kobe's father, Joe, a former professional basketball player himself, wasn't exactly a fan of his son's relationship. The older Bryant was reportedly upset that Kobe was marrying someone of a different race, as Vanessa is Latinx. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Joe was uncomfortable with his son's particularly committed devotion, as evidenced by their lack of a prenup. In light of all of this conflict, it's hardly surprising that Kobe's parents didn't attend the wedding. Kobe and his folks reportedly attempted to mend their relationship, but it was never really smoothed over. As a source told The Sun in 2020, Kobe attempted some reconciliations, but then he had his own run-ins and disagreements with them. There was also ongoing drama involving Vanessa's mom, Sophia Lane, who filed a lawsuit against her daughter over unpaid childcare. Lane also claimed that Kobe promised to look after her financially, which Vanessa disputed. The case was closed in August 2021 after Kobe's death, with no details made public. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's marriage and subsequent split didn't go down well with his father and mother, Bill and Jane Pitt. Right from the start, there wasn't much of a bond between the Pitt parents and Jolie. As a source told Radar Online in 2016, Jane tried so hard to bond with Angelina and welcome her into the family, but nothing ever seemed to work. To make matters worse, Jane allegedly got along with Brad's ex, Jennifer Aniston, so much better that she stayed in contact with her after she and Brad split up. And when the contentious Pitt-Jolie separation began dominating the headlines, the Pitt parents reportedly became outraged over negative reports about their son, including an investigation about child abuse. As for Jolie, she's had her own contentious relationship with her father, Jon Voight, and she was reportedly angry when he expressed sympathy for Pitt. When a reporter asked Voight in 2021 what he thought about the divorce, he said, "Brad has had some difficulties with alcohol, and I hope that he takes care of things, and I pray for the guy." As a source told OK, Jolie felt the sympathy was undermining her stance in the child custody proceedings. Kanye West and Kris Jenner experienced significant drama during his relationship with her daughter Kim Kardashian. In 2020, when West was launching his presidential campaign, he posted a series of tweets that referenced tension between himself and his mother-in-law. When he claimed that Kim and Kris came to him with medical assistance, he tweeted, "They tried to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 me. I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek Mill at the Waldorf for prison reform. I got 200 more to go." He then called Jenner Kris Jong-un, in reference to Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea. When Kardashian and Jenner made a statement, Kanye called it white supremacy, and he later blamed Kris for Kim's 2007 Playboy shoot. Despite all these testy moments, it appears that there have been attempts to patch things up. In 2021, for example, Jenner shared a photo of herself and West on her Instagram story, along with the caption, "Happy birthday, #Kanye West." Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt were the couple everyone loved to hate in the late 2000s, and they haven't had an easy time with in-laws or their own parents either. Montag's mother didn't exactly approve of her plastic surgery, for example, though they did eventually reconcile.
You had an elective surgery that was completely unnecessary and...
To you, it was unnecessary.
Then there's the drama with Pratt's sister, Stephanie. When the gang reunited for the reboot reality show The Hills, New Beginnings, everyone was optimistic about a reconciliation. Stephanie opened up about how her friendship with Lauren Conrad made Spencer feel betrayed, and she told Vogue in March 2019 if this new show hadn't hadn't happened, it would have been 10, 11, 20 more years of not seeing or speaking to my brother. But the tension eventually revved up again, as Stephanie blamed her sister-in-law for the fallout. In 2019, she explained on the podcast Hillscast, "I'm not going to pretend that Spencer and Heidi are good people. They're the most toxic people I've ever met." And she saved her harshest vitriol for Montag, declaring, "If it weren't for Heidi, I would have an epic relationship with my brother." She also called Montag entitled and evil and accused her of playing her family for money. Teen Mom OG star Bristol Palin and Dakota Meyer have had a bumpy ride over the years. They almost tied the knot in May 2015, but then canceled the nuptials right before the big day. Their daughter Sailor was born after the split, and Bristol's mom, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, put Meyer on blast when he filed for joint custody in the weeks following the birth. As she told Entertainment Tonight in 2016, "For many months we have been trying to reach out to Dakota Meyer, and he has wanted nothing to do with either Bristol's pregnancy or the baby." Then in June of 2016, Bristol and Dakota announced that they'd secretly wed. The news was received positively by Sarah, who told Inside Edition, "That's the best. Bristol and Dakota and their little baby girl Sailor, it's all good." She also revealed that Meyer had gotten involved in the family's fishing business. Bristol and Dakota welcomed another daughter named Atlee in 2017, but then in 2018, they filed for divorce. An episode of Teen Mom OG featured a scene in which Bristol discovered that Meyer had moved all of her things out of their bedroom and into a spare room. Sarah was with her daughter and was just as devastated as Bristol was, as she was on the verge of tears. It's been a rocky road for Kandi and Tori Spelling when it comes to their mother-daughter relationship. A lot of the drama has centered around Tori's marriage to actor Dean McDermott, whom Kandi reportedly has never liked. As an insider explained to Us Weekly in 2021, Dean doesn't get along with Kandi and she's never really approved of him. It's been a running theme for years. Back in 2014, a rep for Kandi told Access Hollywood that both Tori and Dean often leave her calls unanswered when she wants to see her grandchildren. Part of the problem is that Kandi and Tori have had an acrimonious relationship over the years that predates her marriage to McDermott. As Tori explained in a 2014 interview with Access Hollywood, "I was very much a daddy's girl, and as an adult, I can go back and look at the relationship and see that he kind of always positioned Kandi as, like, he was good cop, she was bad cop, and he kind of created a little bit of that dynamic. It wasn't just all her, but Tori was hopeful for the future, as she also admitted, "I still want that mother-daughter relationship that I hope it can be." She addressed the matter again a few years later during a 2019 episode of Watch What Happens Live.
What's your current relationship like with your mom, Kandi?
It's good, really good right now.
Good.
There's no denying that Camilla Parker Bowles was an unexpected factor in the marriage between Princess Diana and Prince Charles. Camilla has often been viewed as the villain in the love triangle. So much so that after Netflix's The Crown portrayed her and Charles's affair, the couple had to turn off comments on their Twitter account. Queen Elizabeth didn't meet her son's new love interest until 2000 at a birthday party for the former King of Greece, Constantine II. This was a big move for the Queen, who reportedly skipped Charles's 50th birthday precisely because Camilla was attending. Despite that positive step, when the two married in April 2005, the Queen didn't attend the ceremony. However, she did go to the reception and is present in official portraits from that day. The trouble is that even after Diana's death, Camilla's relationship with Charles presented complications for the monarchy, since he's the heir to the throne and she's a divorcee. But the two women seem amicable now, and the Queen has even said that Camilla should be named consort when Charles ascends to the throne. Perhaps it's no surprise that Dwayne Chapman, aka Dog the Bounty Hunter, has had his own share of personal drama. He's been married 6 times and has 12 children, so any family that big is bound to have its ups and downs. A recent area of conflict arose from Chapman's marriage to Francie Frayne, whom he wed in September 2021 after his previous wife, Beth Chapman, died in June 2019. 2 of his daughters had a problem with this new marriage. Bonnie, his daughter with Beth, as well as Cecily, Beth's daughter from a previous marriage whom Dwayne adopted, both claimed that they weren't invited to the wedding. As Cecily told Inside Edition in September 2021, "When my mom passed away, my dad pretty much neglected us."
Of course I want him to move on.
Yeah, of course.
But neglecting his life and who he is and his family and his daughters, it's gross.
Part of the conflict reportedly stems from the fact that Bonnie has continued to work for Unleashed TV, the same network that previously fired Dwayne. As TMZ reported, Bryant at one point sent Bonnie a text that read, "Let's not beat around the bush. You and Cecily both know you haven't been invited to the wedding because you're living under the same roof with people who stabbed him, robbed, lied, manipulated, smeared his name, and tried to ruin his career." Obviously, that's not the sort of communication you hope to have with a new stepmother. Khloe Kardashian and NBA star Tristan Thompson sparked up a romance in 2016 and had a daughter together named True. Alas, their relationship has been plagued with cheating scandals. Reports surfaced in 2018 that he cheated on her while she was pregnant, though they eventually decided to reunite and try again. Unfortunately, things got messy once more in 2019 when Jordyn Woods got embroiled in a cheating scandal with Thompson. The blow-up also reportedly spelled the end of Woods' friendship with Khloe's sister, Kylie Jenner.
So I spoke to Jordyn. She was in between his legs.
Kardashian and Thompson decided to reconcile. They planned on moving in together, but a paternity test revealed that he had a child in December 2021 with fitness model Marilee Nichols. Thompson had even put his house in Encino, California on the market, but he had to backpedal once his infidelity came to the surface. In light of all these incidents, the Kardashian family has understandably rallied around Khloe and frozen Thompson out. As an insider told Entertainment Tonight in 2022, Khloe has been spending time with her sisters and family, working out, eating healthy, and focusing on her mind, body, and soul. She's getting back on her A-game. If there's one thing we know for sure about the Kardashian-Jenner clan, it's that they stick together through all the drama. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.